Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just How I Am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we finished off the Alexander Normal Raid series, which had an interesting story, for sure. And to begin this episode, by the way, later on in this episode we'll be going to start the Hildebrand questline of Heavensward. But before we begin that, I first want to go and show off what you can do with all of the little bits and bobs that you can get from doing Alexander raids. As some people have lovingly called it, trash. I don't remember how you get the precision ones specifically. Don't remember how specifically. I think it may be like you just get one each time you beat any of the four first normal raids in Alexander. Also, another thing that I totally forgot to mention is once you have beaten more than one normal raid, you will now have the normal raid roulette added to your list, where you can also get, you know, the usual extra experience each daily, like just the daily roulette kind of shenanigans, and also 80 extra, like 80 tomestones of poetics if you need them. So that's just another thing to add to the list of stuff to do. Anyway, what you can do with these parts is buy gear. I will go and show it off, because why in the hell don't I do that for a change? Well, I couldn't really do that with the Bahamut stuff. So this over here is the maiming stuff. Can I even like no the visor? No, this is just the helm. Reminds me a lot of like ffXIV's helm from Final Fantasy V. Let's see. I think the maiming gear. No, it looks slightly different. A lot of the gear does share similarities with it. So like the maiming and the striking gear, for instance, are the same but have just a slightly different color. You cannot change the visor either, so... However, if you were to like remove the helmet, then yeah, the helmet is honestly the worst thing. The thing that I personally don't really like too much about these outfits is like the pointiness. That and the color. But, you know. We will check out with what can in theory be done about the color in a moment. Let us first go and check out the next one over here. Scouting and aiming also share the same set, only different colors, which is very similar looking to the other stuff. And once again, a helmet that you cannot toggle on or off, so I don't really like the way the helmets look, in my humble opinion. Other than that, though, it's not too bad, honestly. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was. But I haven't really checked out the full set. I've only like checked individual pieces and see if I can build like a glamour around it, which I haven't really had that much luck with that in with these sets. Like just wearing the full sets themselves does have like it is a set, like just a design of a set, so it does work, but it's not really my style. There's also a couple of accessories you can buy, but I don't really care too much. So you can buy just the normal stuff with the parts that you get from beating the different normal raids. If you beat the Savage versions of the raids, however, you can then get Gordian Manifestos. Page 1, 2, 3, and 4. So to get page 4, you have to beat the final one. It's very simple, really. You just get page 1 for the first Savage, you get page 2 for the second Savage, you get page 3 for the third Savage, and you get page 4 for the final one. It does, however, add a weaponry too. So it adds the Gordian gear. Let me go and just do this over here. Which does, honestly, look pretty dang nice. I like the way it looks quite a lot. The Gordian weapons, a lot more than I thought I would. The Greatsword's not really amazing, but not everything can be, you know, excellent. And the Trident, which is not really something that I appreciate, in my humblest opinion. These ones are pretty funny looking. Let's see. Then we have the Katana, which does look actually really good. You can also dye these. So the Savage gear you can then also dye. So let me just go and dye this with like this type of red over here, and then the color would... Oh yeah, that's right. This is actually one of my favorite things about the freaking Gordian sets. It's like this crystal over here that you see. Or like, I guess crystal, like a light kind of thing. You can actually change the color of it, which is freaking wild and amazing to me. It's so good. I also have the Gordian shield, but that one looks kind of, in my humble opinion. Next up, let's go and show off that you can now also if you have the savage things, you can then also just dye them. So if you want things to be a different color, you can either do the duties synced, if you're really looking for a challenge, or you can just do them unsynced too at this level. I wouldn't really judge anybody too much for wanting to have some of these glamour pieces that you can then dye. And even still, not everybody is willing to do savage content. I can very much understand that, so... It's not a freaking disaster to do unsynced content, like, it's not that bad. My static would kill me for saying that, but, you know, they can shut the hell up. Alright, we're gonna check these out in a moment, though, because I need to BRB. Alright, I'm back. So another thing I wanted to mention is, if you are interested in the savage content, if you're interested in watching, well, you can probably look up a lot of different clear videos of people clearing savage content. However, we have already cleared in our static, we have already cleared the Cores of Bahamut Savage raids. I already have them recorded too, so they are either already online or they will be uploaded relatively soon-ish. So I will have clear videos of my of the Savage runs uploaded at some point with another character, of course, not with Lynn. However, when it comes to the Alexander raids, we also intend to do those at a later point. And as opposed to just uploading the clear videos, I will also try to make a little bit of a compilation of our many trials and tribulations of trying to beat that content. So that is something you can look forward to. However, I cannot put a timestamp on when it will happen because it requires IRL planning and us beating the content. And then me also, of course, needing to work on the videos. Anyway, let's go and check out the next little set of gear. You know what, I'm gonna immediately go to the manifesto stuff, because then we can immediately see the weapons too. So, the Maiden stuff is, outside of the weapons, is my favorite little tier, I would say, of a tier of gear. That's a nice little combination. Yeah, the weapons are a little bit eh. I can't really say that I like them that much. They have a vibe, I suppose, but nothing to... what the fuck? Nothing to... too much to my liking, if I may be so honest. However, the katana looks really good. Really like the little curves in the blade too. Nice. But the freaking chieftain looks kind of weird. Alright, anyway, let us go and check out the actual gear. Ah, yes. Perfect protection. Yeah, the code of fending. This used to be my my tanking glamour on my main character. I mean, I still kind of use it as my tanking glam on my main character, but then for something else. So I still think it looks really nice. Then you can also, of course, dye it in all kinds of different colors. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with these. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I really, really like this set of gear. When it comes to the maiming jacket, also looks... oh, I forgot how good all of this stuff looks. I may have a problem. The problem being that I want this. I don't like the boots, but other than that, I do very much like this set. I like... good soup. That's all I can say, really. The jacket is also the same, just different color patterns. And then we have more weapons. Like this bow, which doesn't look too bad. A little bit much, but that's with a lot of bows in this game, I feel. What does this gun even look like? Hey, that's pretty cool. And daggers. Whoopsie, that's not what I wanted to do. Wow, nice. This will help me see. We have the aiming or scouting gear. They both share the same little set, just like before. And it also looks, honestly, pretty dang good. You know, outside of the helmets. Although I don't really like the pants too much. I do like this like central piece over here, like the body piece is something that I do really like about this one. Right, then we have the magic stuff, which has a lot of different things in it, of course. Huh, it's actually a pretty cool looking book too. We also have the rapier, which is a Stormblood thing, of course. But yeah, we are not gonna check out, like, we're gonna check out those jobs, Samurai and Red Mage, once we get to Stormblood. Let's see, Horn of Casting, apparently. So the casting gear looks very similar to the tanking gear, actually, surprisingly. However, this time you have like a little, what's it even called? I don't know what the name is. A little collar, like a high collar, basically. And some intriguing boots. But you know what? They work, I suppose. Once again, you can also dye this if you get these Savage versions. Right. And then we have the Alexandrian, which has a vibe. It's intriguing, I would say. A lot of the weapons, and I feel like the gear is fine, but the weapons have a very intriguing vibe. This is honestly one of my favorites, though. Such a unique, like, it's honestly, it looks to me like you could go for like a freaking sci-fi Dark Knight with these, which is an idea that I had at some point. But I don't really think I'm gonna do it, since I like the glamour that Lynn has for Dark Knight right now already quite a lot. Wow, looks pretty good. Once again, for like to get these things, you do have to for these things, you do have to go and do Savage Alexander. So, why did it throw me out? What is your problem? No internet problems. The game is just like no. Well, at least it didn't happen in the middle of a piece of content, I suppose. Although I did have it happen almost today, at some point, I seem to remember. But the game just kind of froze. Well, the internet just froze, really. My PC can handle this game. Oh well. My recordings are already a mess anyway, most of the time. And I don't really care too much about it, honestly. I think the people who stick around and watch usually don't care about these little things. At least that is what I would think. I could be wrong, however. It could be intensely infuriated at this blasphemy in my videos. Anyway, hello, I'm back. Okay, let's go and check out the gear. Which once again is just a freaking mask. Which makes it so you basically can't see anything. I can actually put the visor off though, but then you have this little thing of it. So weird, get out of here. Anyway, outside of that though, looks pretty good. It's a very good looking tank set. Not particularly the vibe I would go for with Lynn, to be 100% honest. But I don't know, I may do something with this at some point. But that is something for future me to figure out. Let's go and get that maiming gear on. That's fending. And maiming. Which has these weird wings in the back. Which is a design choice. And then, whoopsie, we have this one over here, which is a scouting gear, or like scouting and aiming gear. That is an intriguing vibe. And once again, this freaking random ass wing. No idea why they did that. And I don't like it. It makes me not like the Alexander gear that much. But oh well. Wait, the casting thing is... Oh, the casting thing is the same, I see. It's the healing thing that differs at least a little bit. I do recognize this one though, because I used it... I think I used it for a little bit. If I recall correctly. But, yeah, once again the same issue. This freaking random-ass wing is just something that ruins the set for me. Unfortunate, but oh well. And that is just about it for the glamour you can get from the Alexander raids. Okay, and now I have all of this stuff in my inventory, which I will clean my inventory at some point. But now we are gonna have ourselves a little bit of fun. Time to do our comedic quest line for each expansion. I don't remember how much there is of this though. I don't remember this being as long as the Run Report one though. Definitely doesn't add any new content, so if you're looking for like another trial to unlock or whatever, that won't happen in the Heavensward Hildebrand questline. Spoilers, I guess. Just want to warn you, if you're not interested at all in this story, then yes. Well, I'll be Linda there in the flesh. Pleasure to see you again. Wait, is this what they call serendipity? It is, isn't it? That settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector. Cor, I was hoping you would silently agree. So, I've been trying to calculate the trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted into the sky again. I've triple-checked my figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I'd hoped. But now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone hasn't had dealings with a gentlemanly Highlander. A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? My apologies, but I cannot say I have had dealings with a man as you describe. Good morrow to you, madam. Oh, you're looking for someone. A gentlemanly Highlander. I know not this man of whom you speak, but mayhap Mistress Elais does? She is well acquainted with rather a lot of merchants and noblemen. I have sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, yes. Or I, but I'd not describe such clients as particularly gentlemanly, I'm afraid. As ever, a warm welcome to you, miss. How may I be of service? A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? Now that I think of it, I have heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man whom you seek. Begging your partners, miss, but did you say you know Inspector Hildebrand? An acquaintance of yours, I presume? I do not know his name, only that he is here by invitation of Lord Edmund, or so it is rumoured. Surely as a word of house for Taunts, it would be a trifling matter to go and ask after him at the manor. Isn't it going to be Briarden, though, Inspector? Cor, I knew it was serendipity to Fort Tom's Manor. Bum bum bum. Bum bum. Well met, Mrs. Adair. Do you require assistance? Aye, it is as you say. At this time, Lord Edmund is entertaining a foreign guest. Huzzah, we found the inspector! If I'm not mistaken, their meeting should be ending shortly. If you like, you may retire to the gazebo and wait for our guest to depart. A gazebo? Aren't those dangerous? Then again, you seem a responsible sort. Not like to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well, we humbly accept your offer. Oh no. I don't associate with this person, please. And if it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me. Oh, no. The freaking last name. Makaraka. Or Makaracha? Who knows? Cha-cha. That must be Inspector Hildebrand. I cannot but imagine how arduous your journey must have been. Truth be told, I found the brisk curtain air to be rather invigorating. Stimulates body and mind both. Welcome benefit when one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. There you are, Inspector. I've been looking all over for you. I say, who do I see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son's faithful companions. Lord Galbert, but I thought... Hildy, in Ishgard? This is the first I've heard of it. Aha, I found you at last, heretic! I've no idea who the hell it is. Yes, you, the hulking brute with a mad gleam in his eye. Your brazen heresy is plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once. I beg your pardon. This man is an Uldan merchant here at the behest of Heavensward. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated. A guest of Heavensward. Then he couldn't possibly... Though, there were those two wars but they were acquitted of all charges in a trial by combat. And if he demands the right to, then I would personally have to... Oh dear. A thousand apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I am Seer, and as you may have guessed, I am an Inquisitor who has been charged with investigating reports of a rather suspicious, possibly heretical individual. Oh, a heretic, you say? One who bears a passing resemblance to me? I, a man rather muscular, wearing dark garments and acquitting himself in a somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some might say. This heretic sounds like the spitting image of Inspector Hildebrand. Could he be a fan? Say again? You are acquainted with such a man? I see, and the man you are looking for is Lord Godbert's son. It would seem that our investigation may be connected, so I put to you a proposal. The first reported sightings of a heretic I am tracking came from Falcon's Nest. Mayhap we should journey there together. It is, after all, possible that we are seeking the selfsame individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehend him, that we might resolve this matter without incident. I say we go with him, Lynn. This looks to be our best lead yet. Then I shall accompany you all. It has been far too long since I laid eyes on my beloved son, and if there is a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. Then it's settled. We shall leave for Falcon's Nest at once. Falcon's next. Falcon's neck. Yes. Of course, the neck of a falcon. Nutritious, delicious. Mr. There, are these your traveling companions? Mysterious muscular vagabond. Ah, yes, a patrol sighted him lurking near the desk vigil. Thinking he might be a lost traveler, they called out to him, but rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I'm surprised you bothered to come all this way. That sighting barely warranted a mention in my report. Aha, the unmistakable scent of heresy. Ah, terribly sorry. Old habit, I picked up from my mentor. I know. I will not rush to judgment as before. Still, much as I hope you find your missing inspector, I must confess some small desire that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Of late, there have been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced, or worse, that the Inquisition's operations might come under review. That is why, Haloni as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice, and prove that our order still has value in these uncertain times. Yes, I understand you have your reasons. But whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you are set upon your course, you may begin your search near the dusk vigil. I clicked game. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwald. Should we continue in our endeavor, I rest assured that you will share in the glory. This guy has not moved on, huh? The hunt continues, onwards, to the Dusk Vigil. I am told that region is especially cold, so do not forget to dress appropriately for the weather. Godbird doesn't care. I mean, he does have boots and gloves on. And now we have to fly all the way over there. The classic experience, y'all. You know, this actually gives me a good opportunity. I will be right back. I'm gonna, like, skip over to me being there, but I want to look something up too. Okay, I have returned. Godbird just dismissed most of his clothing. Fury, take me. It's freezing, bah. It's a waste of time. No living thing could survive in this godforsaken wasteland. Over there, look! Someone's coming from the vigil. Inspector, Inspector, is that you? As I live and breathe, of all the places to be reunited with Master Zombiebrand's compatriots, how fare you all this fine morning? Hark! A heretic raised from the dead by his brother's unholy magics! He's not a heretic, he's one of the gentle dead men. What brings you so far from Mildakut, sir? Well, as you know, ours is a rather lonely existence, so when we heard rumors of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted. I was chosen to serve as emissary and set out immediately. Alas, it seems my efforts were for naught. Ah, truly. Every last one, dead. That is to say, irrevocably dead. If it was necessary, then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing, you understand? Then my calculations were wrong. The inspector didn't land in Cursus? No, do not fret so. If it is our overlord you seek, then you are in luck. As the founder of the Gentle Deadmen, our fates and our ether are inextricably entwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now. Truly, good sir, you can guide us to Inspector Hildebrand? As surely as my rotting nose can lead me to fresh brains. Follow me, my friends. This game is a joke and I love it. One must remain vigilant for heresy, for it can manifest in myriad ways. 'Tis a vile, insidious sickness which must needs be burned out ere the infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes? Confound it! They've left us behind! What a guy. What do you think? Who do you think they are, commandeering this investigation and employing a zombie as a bloodhound? It beggars belief. I must regain control of the situation. With me, Lynn. Trust me, controlling these people doesn't happen. You just go along. It's the way of things. You either go along or you go insane. Hold a moment, my friends. I must needs concentrate. Master Zombiebrand is indeed nearby, but there's also something else. Mayhap a powerful magic confounding my senses. I can guide you no further. We must needs split up and search the area. Now see here, these wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you would have us split up? Lynn can handle herself true, but you've clearly no reason to fear death. But what of Mrs. Nashu? Oh, I take your meaning. Wait, I take your meaning, my good zombie. Lynn, pray see to the lady's protection. Wait, whoops, okay. Inquisitor Kerr, or Sir, would you care to take a lead? Come on, you two. The inspector is out there somewhere. Look, Lynn. That's gotta be the inspector. And he's surrounded by giant, fluffy, man-shaped gazebos. Nay, my lady, they are not mere gazebos. Note their regal bearing. They are gentlemen gazebos, fearsome yet fastidious foes who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb. Only Lynn can save Master Zombiebrand now. Gentleman Yeti. It just had to, didn't I? Gentlemanly legs. Inspector, can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you. Ah, but this just won't do. We've got to get you out of there before you catch cold. Up and at 'em! Everybody's waiting for you. Forgive me if I pull any harder. My arms are like to tear. Oh, there you are. You're shouting. Have you perchance found something? Fury, take me! Is that my heretic? Confound it! I wanted him alive. Inspector Hildebrand is definitely not a heretic, and he's probably not that either. He's just hibernating like last time. Hildy ever was a late riser. Fear not. My wife and I had our ways of waking him. Hildebrand, Heliodor, Maximilian, something, something. Right this instant. That was really quickly. Jesus, game. I can't read that. This game is ridiculous. When it wants to be ridiculous, it can be ridiculous. Was it the Maniville meteor strike or the Maniville meteor dive? Or drive? Ah, maybe Julian was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time then. Out you go! Splendidly siplexed, Lord Codbert. Where am I? The snowy wastelands of curses? Do Hardy's people I see before me. Ah, but of course, who else would venture into inhospitable climes and wake me from slumber's sweet but my beloved fans? Why do I feel as though I've stepped through a portal into an alternate reality unbound by the laws of logic? Yes. What is that, a mammoth? Where'd it come from? Oh, that when my father drove me into the earth, I found it buried beneath the snow. A little Lalafell girl, how adorable. Nashu, please, note the firm, muscular legs, not unlike mine own. 'Tis clearly a Lalafell boy. Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine. You two cannot possibly be serious. I am the very soul of seriousness, my good sir, especially in matters of deduction. This is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now then, let us gently wake him and ascertain his identity. There, that ought to do it. What is this place? Who am I? Somebody turned on G mode. Or Gmod mode. I was just like, yeah, we're gonna do that to this place. It would seem that although Father's ungently ministration served to restore this young boy to life, they also robbed him of his memory. How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember? Do not worry, young man. Everything will be alright. Take it from me. I have lost my memory more times than I can even remember. Then can you help me to remember? Hearken to me now, for I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, do hereby swear to solve the mystery of the amnesiac Hobbledehoy. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll get started on a batch of Nash's delights. Effective as your explosives were in the past, I suspect that young Gigi... Or Gigi? Is it Gigi or Gigi? No, I do not know. This is a reference to a character from Final Fantasy IX, I think? Which I have not played, so I wouldn't know. Lacks the hardy constitution required to survive such an approach. Gigi, is that my name? When you woke up, you were muttering Gigi. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance for you, so until such time as we learn your real name, I say why not adopt it as a playful moniker? But that just sounds so... That's just a sound all mammoths make. What kind of imbecile goes and names a mammoth Gigi anyway? Gigi, I like this name. Thank you, kind sir, but how will this new name help me remember who I am? Patience, Gigi. This is only the beginning. Next, we will return to the city and see if we cannot find any who know who we are. Come along. Now that I know your overlord is safe inside, I too must take my leave of you and return to my brothers. I dare say rigor mortis will set in if I remain here any longer. But for Thanalan, then allow me to accompany you. Julian will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer. Though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hilde's return. This is rather a lot to digest, though you have the look of one accustomed to such happenings. In any case, regardless of Mistress Nasha's protestations, the Inspector will not be granted access to the capital until we can confirm that he is not a heretic. You have my words that he will be treated fairly. I feel like all these people have so many different agendas, it's ridiculous. Oh, hey look, it's non-distinct man. Huh. Right. You will not enter the city. Goes to Foundation. I feel like you failed in that front, buddy. Fury, take me, that man. Lynn. Suppose you've heard the news then, that the Inspector Hildebrand was cleared of all suspicion and judged to be no more than an eccentric curiosity. If you're looking for him, good luck. I want to thank him for his if you're looking for him, good luck. I wanted to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knights released him, he and his assistant ran off to gods know where with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I managed to salvage a satisfactory result. As far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was not more than a zombie which wandered away from the dusk vigil. Sickness which has since been purged. So it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now, I have no doubt that the Inspector will turn up again like a bad gill, but when he does, trouble is sure to follow. And then we get this. So this was the first little part. Like the Hildebrand questline won't be as long as it was in the Realm Reborn, just FYI. I do think I do think I'm gonna end up over here though, because I feel like this is a pretty good point to stop. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of just how I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. At next episode we're gonna go and continue with the Hildebrand questline of Heavensward. Goodbye.